So, hi, I am Kenesha Berry. I am a relationship life coach. The relationship I help my clients with is the relationship they're having with themselves. So, today I just want to help you to awaken to some of the relationships that you may be having with fear. First and foremost, you got to understand that for me, like fear, you heard different acronyms. Some people say fear is false evidence appearing real. Then other people say that it is, what's that thing about F everything and run? That's what fear stands for some people. What I want you to start realizing is what fear does in your mind, then how it begins to alter your behavior. So fear is really just a thought or belief. Now, I remember years back, Will Smith did a movie. It wasn't so popular, but the quote in the movie that made me want to see the movie was he talked about that danger was real, but fear is not. Many times our fears is what we imagine life to be. It is happening in our past, the way we perceive the past. Like, so maybe you had a traumatic experience and your mind keeps looping in that experience. So you continue to go back to that trauma of your past and you can't see it a different way. Maybe, there's work that you need to do with the therapist to really help you come out of that loop of that trauma that happened. That creates the fear. And so you begin to feel it in your body. It feels like the thing that maybe happened a year ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, if you feel it still in your body, where you have the anxiety because of it, you make decisions or like what you will and won't do. Like maybe you have this thing where I'm never going to leave the house and unless it's daylight outside. The moment it's dark, you need to be back in because whatever happened to you happened at night. And so you're convinced that this is going to happen every time. And I don't belittle that. I'm just saying get help for that. Then there's that fear of projection where we project our future and we think the worst is going to happen. How am I going to survive it? What am I going to do? How am I going to be able to afford it? And our minds have a habit of creating the biggest and the scariest thing out there to keep us from pursuing maybe the life that we really desire in our dreams. So what type of relationship are you having with fear? When you are afraid, do you freeze? Like some of us, fear creates this need to not move, right? So freezing, if you're in a real life situation where there is perceived danger and you're afraid, some people lock up and they can't move. Like I have nightmares and that's what my dreams do. When I'm being chased in my dreams, I get to the doorknob and I can't turn the door in my dreams, not in reality. But what I know that the way that acts out in reality many times is you'll have a great idea. You'll want to do something big and you'll feel excited about it for a while. And then fear shows up and maybe tell you, who are you to do that? You can't pull that off. And you begin to believe that. So then you freeze in that you don't make the next decision. You don't take action. You don't make the phone call. You don't write a plan. You don't introduce your ideas to someone else. So you have all of these great ideas and these amazing things that you want to do and accomplish, but fear makes you freeze. And so you don't do anything. It becomes paralyzing. Or two, you may have the relationship where fear makes you fight. And so you fight and you resist everything. Maybe you're fighting the people around you. Maybe verbally, you always feel like you're under attack. So therefore you're attacking people back. Like fear has convinced you that everyone is after you. Everything is against you. Nothing is ever going to happen your way. So you're constantly in a fight to either prove them wrong, argue your point, be right about something. So you're in that fight mode all the time, which can be exhausting. I want you to get clear about what does fear do in your life so that with the clarity, with the understanding, you can make different choices. That to me is what healing is. So as a coach, like I said, when I help my clients to get to know who they are, my goal is to help you recognize the thoughts that are driving you and really like get to know them. And many times the thoughts are fear related. So now I may realize, okay, I have this thought that I'm never going to be successful, right? So if that's my fear thought, I have a thought I'm never going to be successful. I don't necessarily need to know when did I first begin thinking that thought. I don't personally. Some people need that. I just need to know that I think that thought. Oh, dang, I really think I'm never going to be successful. Okay. What does that thought make me do? If I think I'm never going to be successful, maybe it makes me not make the phone call. It put me in freeze mode. Okay, I'm not. I said I was going to do videos today, or I said I was going to contact this person today and ask could I be a part of their program. I said I was even going to write my own program. But my thought of I'm never going to be successful makes me go, why even bother? It's not going to work anyway. You might as well stop. So now I'm aware of the thought. I'm aware of the behavior that I do because I believe the thought. And then I'm clear about the way it makes me feel and the choices I make because of it. Okay. With that awareness, I am able to now go, okay, I'm not going to be successful. It's thought. I may feel it in my body. I may believe it. It may make me feel like I shouldn't do anything, but it's a thought. And I can then begin to say, is it true? Is it true that I'm not going to be successful? And so I can now challenge my thinking, right, about that. Instead of freezing, I'm now challenging. I'm not going to be successful? Okay, how do I view success? What are some things you've done in the last week, month, year that appear successful to you? You know, I'm having a wonderful marriage right now. I've hosted 3, 4, 5 events. People have, I've helped people in the coaching, and people have begun to shift and change their life. So now I'm starting to create a list of what is true that really verifies my success so that I don't have to believe the thought that I can't be successful. And with that, this new belief and being able to systematically see, oh, I am successful. I have been successful in the past. Therefore, I now can be successful in the future. What do I do now with that new belief? And so now I begin to take action. I move in the direction of success. I choose thoughts that is going to help me to continue to offer workshops, to continue to offer retreats, to continue to help people coach, to grow what I do, read books on what I'm learning. The difference is literally that is what happens when you begin to get aware of your thoughts, when you get clear about when I think this is what I do, this is how I behave, these are the choices I make. If what I'm doing currently is not helping me to get to the goals and the visions I want for myself, it's all steeped in fear. It's all steeped in the belief of I'm not good enough, false, evidence appearing real. Then I can shift. And with that new awareness, I can challenge. I can say, no, this isn't true. So like sometimes people will say, I'm never going to get married because all of my relationships are bad. And they hold on to that belief. And so then they begin to, if you believe that all your relationships are going to be bad, you're never going to get married, there's no good men out there, people cheat anyway, marriages don't work. Like if you have these deep beliefs about how relationships don't work anyway, I've never seen a successful one. People think they happy, but they really not. You have these beliefs. Then you go out and you say, okay, I'm going to get all dressed up and I'm going to meet someone. What you're going to begin to do is you're going to exude out that belief. So then either you don't meet anyone or you meet someone that has the qualities of everything you believe because you're trying, your brain is wired to prove you right. And so because you have these beliefs based in fear that I'm never going to meet anyone, no one's ever going to love me, relationships don't really work out, then your behavior will be, let me see how this is going to happen. What he going to say? I can't believe him. I can't trust him. He's probably lying anyway, right? And so then you do things, fight, where you're creating these fight modes with this person that you've met because you're trying so busy to get him not to be everything that possibly you think he is or she is. Or you go into freeze mode where you clam up and you're like, I don't know if I can open up and share who I am with this person. I can't trust them anyway. So you begin to act out what you believe. So if you're aware of that you have these deep beliefs about relationships, one, do your internal work, right? Get to a place where you trust you. Because if you can't trust other people, it's probably because there's a part of you that you don't trust. If you think everybody is not honest, it's a part of you that's not being honest. So get to that place where you begin to do your work so that you can say, okay, I'm at least honest enough with myself to know that when I'm afraid, I shut down. When I'm afraid, I might even lie to get out of a situation. Instead of saying, I don't want to go on a date with you, or I don't think we're vibing, I'll say, oh, I don't feel good. I'm sick and hope you go away. See, you give out because you say people are honest, and then you go and you not be honest, and then you're mad when someone is not honest with you. We literally give out what we believe. And so if you can begin to believe that, you know what, I'm an honest person. Everything I do in integrity. Even if what I have to say may like hurt their feelings. It's not my heart. It's not my intent to hurt their feelings, but my intent is to tell the truth with kindness. Tell the truth with kindness. And so because I believe I'm a kind person and that there are other kind people in this world. And then you will begin to project out kindness and trust because you're trusting you. Like, I don't have to fully trust this stranger with all of my vulnerability, but I trust me enough to know that, wow, if I feel safe, emotionally safe, if I feel comfortable with this person, I can acknowledge that, wow, maybe they are an honest person. And if they do portray me, I'm going to be okay. Like, I'm safe enough and I'm honest enough with me that I can recover. I'm going to be okay. They don't hold all of who I am. So I'm going to be open and I'm going to see and I'm going to ask really wise questions to see who this person is. And I'm going to pay attention to the way they do things and the way they talk to other people so that now I can see kindness and I can recognize kindness because I am being kind and I have a new belief that people really are honest. There are really some great people out there and I'm going to meet those great people. And so then you will begin to draw and see for yourself those things. This is how fear works, guys. Like you got to really begin to get deep and know who you are so that you know the fear, the messages of fear that are happening inside of you, what they're causing you to do, and how you can shift and change them so that you can create a different type of life and have what you need and what you want and the peace and the joy and the love and the abundance that you really want just because you shift the relationship that you're having with fear. I know you can do it. So get to work. Don't shy away. So here are the 3 things you got. This is where I need you to start. I need you to start paying attention to what you think about. Like, pay attention to where do your thoughts go. If your thoughts are in a scary, negative place all the time, know that those thoughts are based out of fear. Once you recognize what you think, then begin to categorize those thoughts into certain types of fear. Like, wow, like, okay, I do think that people are shysters and they are always out to get me. What is that based on? That's based on a fear because I had this experience when I was younger. And now I believe that about people. And that is a fear thing because I have had other experiences where people haven't been mean or shysty, but I'm still building a whole case based on that experience. So begin to get clear about that. Like, how are you building your life, your thoughts? Is it based on a fear experience or is it really based on the totality of your experiences? 3, so now that you are aware of the thought, you're aware of how you kind of build your case. Now I want you to start thinking what is true so that you can build another case on the truth of what's happening in your life, what's happening in your world. And then now that you have a list of what is true, pay attention. Now choose decisions, choose choices that align with what is true for you and not the space out of fear. I hope you got that. I hope that helped someone. I hope that you begin to overcome and master your fear so that you can really begin to create the love, the life, the relationships, the abundance that you want, because it's all connected to love. And the only thing that's keeping you from it is your fear. Have a wonderful day. I am Kenesha Berry. Check me out at berrythought4life.com.